Alright, so a while ago I did a video on like how to trap, like a good freaking while ago, but the main issue I had with that is he only had like how to bait players and execute the trap, which is really useful, but like all he said about actually putting your trap in a good place was just camouflage it well, which does not like help a ton. So I'm gonna try to explain some stuff like that. I don't know. Like, the main issue I had with Evidence trapping tutorial was just, like, he didn't show how to make your own traps, he just showed, like, a few ideas. But what I want to try and accomplish is just how to actually make your own. Like, how you can figure out where a good idea is. So, I guess I'll just use, like, one that I've done for a while as an example on Meadow. If it actually is there. That's not great. There. No. I have a pretty good one on Meadow. I just want that map to actually be available. That would be pretty nice. Are there any of these ones I even really want to use? Not really. Like, the one on Meadow is the best example of what I'm thinking of. But basically, when you're thinking of a trap location, you have to, like, see a pathway that you run through in order to trap the player. Like, you have to think of how you're gonna convincingly go through it. Like, not just normal baiting players, but you have to have the trap somewhere that seems like it's the middle of a path and not the end of one. And what I usually try and do is, like, find naturally occurring spots, like the one that I'm gonna do here. Like, on Meadow, there's this one spot by the player statue at mid, where it's just, like, one block wide. And that occurs completely naturally, so if you were to make a trap there, it would not be obvious at all. Because, like, you haven't changed anything at all about terrain, other than digging a hole and probably covering it with snow, because I can do that. Also, another way in which I'm going against Evident is this one's at mid. Like, he doesn't like mid traps because they take a while to dig, which I completely understand, but they're funny. Like, enough said, they're funny. Nothing more needs to be said about that. But they are also really effective, like, because Evident himself doesn't like mid-trapping, then who is going to do it other than someone stupid like myself? I also may as well, like, add another thing about snow when I get to that. But, like, if you snow trap, actually, like, camouflage the snow. Like, just unleash your inner good times with Scar when you're making snow traps. Like, actually have the snow be at, like, multiple different heights. I'm just gonna see what stuff I get from my spawn island and then go to that. Of course, another problem with mid-trapping is you have to be, like, really sneaky when you're actually setting them up. You have to make sure nobody sees you. It's a bit annoying. With luck, I can make it work. So, like, the main point of this example will just be to show, like, how I can do a pathway of sorts. I guess yellow's on me, but yeah. If you saw that, like, it was one block wide. Yellow, if you could please not do that right now. No, they don't want to not do that. Okay. Oh wait, I actually killed one. That's kind of funny. Oh, the other one left. Okay, one was the party leader, cool. So yeah, basically, you have to be really, really sneaky going to mid. I probably should have done it earlier. Because as soon as I went near the trap, they just saw me, so... But basically, you run through that, like, thin pathway, and it doesn't look suspicious because nothing has been changed about the map. So, that's, like, a huge thing you want to do. Change as little as you possibly can about the map. Like, find things that are already good. And there's like a ton of different ways that you can make traps too. Like there's normal block traps, making it 2 blocks high so they can't go through, but you can also rely on the player's momentum too. Like they might keep moving forward and like slide along blocks that you place, which you can do like around corners. You're like, so if I was running around this corner and somebody placed blocks like that, and I tried turning the corner, I would keep going forward. So that's one way you can do momentum traps. Like, you can't turn the corner, so you can only move one spot, which is right where you want the enemy to move, so that's how you can abuse player momentum. There's not too many places where you can use that, but it's really good when you find the right spot. I don't have crumbling cobble, which is pretty sad, but I can probably just take through the wall. When I get to mid and maybe don't get backstabbed this time, that would be pretty swell. I find it kind of funny how I got a 3/4 diamond both times. Never mind, full diamond. Maybe because of that, people are less likely to go for me, I don't know. Wait, actually, this is another good thing you can use. You can use other players fighting each other as a way to distract people. Wait, no, that one's my teammate. Okay. So basically, this is where I want to make the trap. All I have changed is I placed this block right here. This single block is all I change. And all I do, I walk around here and place that. Now, the other player, hello. Yep, I'm on your team. Move along. So, the enemy player, when I place a block here, they just fall straight in. Which is basically how this one works. This one is, like, pretty effective even without using snow for it. But I may as well just use snow while it's here, because it won't be there forever. I've made this so many times that I remember that the last block there is cobblestone, so like I know exactly when to stop digging. So now it's just as simple as building up. Okay, and then what I mentioned about snow earlier, like trying to texture your snow traps. Like 1 block of snow, people will be suspicious, but if you like spread it around like that, I do need to get more, but you get the rough idea. So if you have the snow layers at varying heights, it's a lot less suspicious too. See, like that. And this is how you like disguise your snow traps like really well. So nobody would even bat an eye at that. I'm just gonna take my teammates' experience. Nice. Cue the Soviet anthem. Well. Well, you did see the basic idea of that trap, though. You lead them through like a small, naturally occurring path. Like that's probably the most obvious example I can think of for leading the player through a pathway. You have to envision, like, where you're going to go for the trap. That's a huge part of it. I'm gonna just try and come up with a new one on this one. Just to, like, show you my thought process when I come up with something. And I did that with Sky Royale once too, like the first time I ever played the map Timber. Like, I thought of a bunch of ideas for the very first time. Oh yes, my teammate left. Perfect. I'm definitely not having my items stolen. And also try to avoid trapping on your spawn island, because that just raises suspicions a lot. Like, it makes your traps less effective. You may have, like, an insanely good idea that's worth grinding, and that makes sense, but if that isn't the case, you probably shouldn't trap on your spawn island. Because people are just a lot less likely to chase you that far all the way to your island without being remotely suspicious. So usually where I try to trap is just mid or semi-mid, or maybe somebody else's spawn island too. But I try and make it seem like I'm not desperately trying to get to where my trap is. Like, if I miss the trap, I don't make it obvious. Instead, I, like, loop around and then go back to it eventually. But I don't, like, make a beeline straight for my trap. I let them hit me around a bit too. Because the player is only going to chase you if they think you're able to be killed. Look at this guy. He changed his mind? Well, he clutched. That's really a shame. Means I'm probably gonna die. Wait, I have a funny idea. Okay, as soon as he goes to my island, I'm gonna just knock back Boombox right across. Right here. Okay, bye. Oh, nah, I'm gonna get third-partied by this guy. Man, I really don't like getting cleaned, especially by somebody with a really good gear who doesn't need to clean for a kill. That's something that has always managed to annoy me. Okay, what random map should I do now? I don't really like any of these right now. Actually, like, a really good way to come up with your own traps is just to know a lot of different ways to make people fall in. Like, I mentioned momentum traps earlier, and I just thought of one here. Because, like, every island except your spawn island is pretty boring for trapping on this map. So this one you kind of have to use your spawn island. Although this is mushroom, too, which you can insta-mine. Wait. There's buttons on the underside of that too, which you can chamber trap with. And chamber trapping is very, very funny, so. I didn't actually know this version of the map had buttons. They're like on the underside of those ornaments. I don't even know if you can build to them, but using those could be pretty handy. Yeah, the idea that I had was this, pretty much. There would be like a 2 or 3 block wide pit there. Oh, yeah, I do need snow layers, actually. Probably. I might not. I'll just put that back. I think this island is really shallow in most parts, too. I don't remember. Something that I have been trying to do whenever I get the chance, like if I know somebody's trapping, I will try and sneak to their spawn island Like, if I know they're trapping on their spawn island, I'll try and make my own trap on that island. I haven't successfully gotten a clip of that yet, but it would be hilarious when it works. Something really funny is when I know, like, somebody's trying to trap me, and on the way to them baiting me, I end up trapping them. It's happened before, when one person was baiting me at mid, and I just happened to have a mid trap ready. Yeah, imagine a Voidwalker and luck-based traps. Especially imagine, like, grinding for an entire month trying to get one clip of one like that. Couldn't be me. No, not at all. Anyway, where is snow, if there's even any on this map? You'd think it would be on that tree, but it isn't. Yeah, basically, that is the idea I had. It's actually pretty terrible looking back at it, but again, like, not every idea you come up with will be usable or one that's really, really good. But every once in a while you'll find, like, an insanely good spot, and that's one that you want to use. Yeah. Well, in the meantime, I'm gonna grab one of those buttons and then try and do something funny. Yeah, it looks like I can get them. Okay. I wonder if you can mine these fast. You can't. Alright. Yeah, and you just take damage from being up there, of course. Did I even get the button? Where is it? Where is it? Oh boy. There we go. Okay, here's a really, really dumb idea that I like doing sometimes. You can place blocks inside of yourself using a button. Anyway. I really, really don't like that map for starters. Yeah, screw it, I'll just do solos actually. That's probably more enjoyable. Nah, it is night for me. Oh, I see, you're just correcting your spelling, never mind. My armor is currently garbage. Really, really like that. I don't have a bow either, which I like using the star combos, so that's not a great start. I do have 2 pearls though. Who knows, maybe I can come up with something decent at semi-mid. Hopefully. Should probably just get some snow in advance, because I'll very, very likely use that. Okay. Oh, purple team has null and void. That's pretty scary. Means he's probably a competent player. And as a trapper, I don't really like competent players. Okay, he's going right for me. Another thing you must master for trapping when you come across good players is juking people. Incredibly important skill to have. Aw. Well, that's kind of sad. I was hoping that would land. Let's do Wildwood. Probably second best solos map behind Baroque. I also do plan on making a video with a similar idea as this, explaining how to make your own traps. Because pretty much as soon as a good trap goes on YouTube, everyone will know about it within a week. Meaning you can't just see used traps that you find on tutorials all the time, because they will not work anymore eventually. Players will just have already seen them before, so my goal here is just to teach people how to make their own, so they can constantly come up with traps that nobody has seen before. And in that way, people can just become better trappers, which would be really, really cool to see. Because, you take the Spellbrook well trap from, a long, long time ago. Where people would just mine out the area underneath the water and on the Spellbrook spawn island. You get the idea. People would basically jump down the well and just fall through. It looked safe, but wasn't. That was, an incredibly good trap for its time, but as soon as everyone found out about it, it was terrible. Almost as terrible as the player who killed me. Yeah, as soon as people figured out that one, it just did not work anymore. So I'm just going to try and help people avoid that. I'll just make one Wildwood trap that I know works on pretty decent players often. Another good example of not changing much about the map. This one also sort of does use player momentum too. Like what I was doing a few games back, like I was scouting for a location for where I could make a trap. This one I already know the location, and I know that I have to get like 2 coarse dirt to help me disguise it. Those guys are gonna destroy me if I go near them, so I'll just go over here. Oh, come on. Yeah, of course, somebody just leads the other guy right to me. And now he's targeting me. I really don't like when people lead other players too. I'm just gonna ignore how I got diamond leggings twice. And iron ones as well. That's a good chest. And I got a bow to top it off. Nice. Also, since somehow nobody has said it yet, I get that my hotbar is like the most original and awful thing you've ever seen. But it works very, very well for me. You're kidding, right? Okay, jeez. I would have been so disappointed if I couldn't get that one. He might have done like a no chest challenge because he was wearing no armor. So I may as well see if there's anything to steal. Maybe he's just incompetent and didn't wear armor because he felt like it. I don't know. Don't really know what's going on in the minds of that type of player, because they make no sense. Wait. Yeah, I just thought of something, but I need a bunch of other stuff for it. Okay, so a fun little trick you can do is you can place ferns by breaking the flower pots, but you can only put them on crumbly cobble. The saddest that is, you can use it to disguise traps pretty well. Like, you can just basically put a floating plant above your trap. It makes it so hard to see. Which is, of course, exactly what I want. Oh. If there's only one player left, I'm probably not going to be able to finish making a trap at all. There's a very, very low chance that I'll finish making this before this guy just pops out of nowhere with his tracking compass. Because logically, he should be using a tracking compass on me. Where is he now? Just around the center? Okay. Yeah, this one's sort of a momentum trap, I don't know. I completely forgot that I placed that. Okay, yeah, he's too close. Hopefully he did not find it. Oh yeah, he's farther away now. Like, it's really hard to tell what he's doing by name tag alone. Nothing I need as per usual. Oh, I thought it was free there. Okay, there we go. Okay, I'm just gonna reveal myself. Just like that. Oh wait, I'm gonna take a chest actually. That'll reveal my location in a funny enough way. Well, here I am. Hey. He's on 6 hearts, I'm sorry, what? Okay, anyway. So my trap was just around that corner, I believe. He probably thinks that was it. Okay. Please. Nice. Oh, of course he like aggro pearls. Right then. That idea isn't bad, and my execution there was awful. Okay, this guy is telling everybody that he's going to sweat. So usually when I see somebody who plans on sweating or might be toxic, I vote Baroque for a very specific reason, and if you have known me for a while, you might know that I like the most evil type of trap imaginable. And that trap happens to be doable on Baroque. This absolutely lovely map. So if that guy successfully manages to sweat his way to the end of the game, and I manage to build a trap, I might just be able to humiliate him for a pretty good reaction out of the guy. So that's what I will be trying to do. Yeah, I haven't really had an idea for streaming in a while. That's probably the main part of it. I did also have finals like all of last week too. I need like 8 wood, 3 diorite to disguise the trap. Like this one I've built a lot, but it still somehow manages to work, so I keep using it. This one's a lot like the meta one that I attempted doing. Just relies on like a small pathway that I slightly changed up. But I run through somewhere that doesn't look suspicious when there is in fact a trap there. And this one serves me quite well quite often. So I have fences, a slab, wood, and banners. That should be everything. So I'm just going to put that there. Oh, he died. So the guy just called the other player here PC, which I really, really don't like. That might mean late night lobbies are already starting to set in. Because, like, I'm on PS4, I play with controller, I don't, like, connect to mouse to my PS at all. I connect to keyboard just so I can type faster and be mad at people because it's fun, but that's really the extent of it. Okay, very funny. So I'm already gonna have to try and shake this guy who just saw me at mid for 0.4 of a second and immediately decided to kill me. This is another type of player I really don't like, though. They see you at mid for like a split second and they immediately decide that they have to kill you. No questions asked, they just target you for the rest of the game because they saw you at mid. It's a type of player that really annoys me. And for good reason, too. And the prospect of this guy being on PC, too, is also really not good. Because if he is, he has an enormous advantage that I can never get, because I'm like an average controller player. Like, I don't rely on trapping, but if somebody's on keyboard and mouse and I'm on controller, like, I don't stand a chance in a straight fight, period. Like, unless I can bridge trap him or just, well, trap him in this, I don't have much of a chance, so. And that's, like, not due to him being better, which he probably is, but it's mostly just due to him being on keyboard and mouse. Rant aside, the trap's finished. I don't even remember what way I should dig to make the way up. I think it's over here. Yeah. I usually just dig till I find wool. So I think this is the right direction. It is nice. Okay. There is honestly a really small chance that it'll actually go for me. Just throw that there. Just lead him on a bit of a goose chase. Yeah, he's definitely keyboard and mouse or cheating. More likely the first one, but he should not be in a console lobby, period. Okay, well, he's in the trap, but I'm on a half heart. I have to play this incredibly safe. Well, that's not what I want. Are you kidding me? That is so annoying. Anyway, yeah, players like this are what make me really, really mad. Nice. Why is this guy like a good sport, but... I get that he seems to be a nice person, but I just really don't like people who should be playing against controller players who are on a mouse, where you get like 3 times the clicks per second, way better sensitivity, all kinds of fun stuff. That mainly just makes you untouchable. Aw. Anyway. Trios time. I want to try my funny alpine tree trap. That was incredibly unsurprising. Oh dear. One of my teammates is really high level, so he's probably just going to win the game for me, which I don't really want. Yeah, I'm going to make a trap that I have gotten auto clickers with before. So this one is pretty good. Actually, I could make 2 traps, because I've done one here too, where this is blocked off. Or that one is a pit, I mean. I block off that end of it. Also, I'm absolutely not going to make your generic stair trap right here, because everybody knows about those. Like, they are effective, but just, they're not exciting like to see in a video. What are you doing on my spawn island, sir? I'm gonna have to ask you to leave. Okay, fine. Oh, what? I'm sorry, Hal. I probably should have organized my inventory a lot sooner. I might have been able to bridge trap him if I had organized my inventory, but I didn't, so. Like, that's a really handy thing to be able to do on controller. Like, if you're against keyboard and mouse players, you can try and bridge trap them. Like, that one thing that Evident is better at than everyone else, period. I'll give them that. Like, where you just dig a hole on the bridge and place 2 behind it. Like, it is genius and incredibly effective. But, like, on controller, it's just so much harder because the sensitivity that you have. Like, I'm on max sensitivity, and this is how long it takes for me to look up. This long. And, like, if you're on a mouse or even touchscreen, actually, you can just, like, snap around in, like, 1 frame, and you're looking the other way. So that's what I meant for sensitivity when I was ranting about the controller versus keyboard and mouse thing. That little dilemma, that's more slaughter than anything. Definitely should make a video covering that, but I don't, like, know how to go about it. I don't know if Hive's actually trying to fix that already or not. It's like, that idea is sort of, like, just stuck in a state of limbo. I don't really know what to do with it. And that's just, like, a lot of my ideas, too. Like, I have a ton of video ideas, but I either just don't have the motivation to put them into videos or just can't think of how to put them into videos. And they just stay as ideas and nothing else. But yeah, like a trapping tutorial for designing your own traps, that's one I definitely want to make. I don't even know if it would do well in the algorithm, because the algorithm hates my channel where you guys just don't comment enough, but could be either one of those. But yeah, I think this one would be incredibly useful if it did blow up, because it wouldn't, like, show specific traps and just make one trap design blow up. Oh, I got an emo, okay. Well, how am I gonna go about this? What can I do with this? Like, every time I get an emo, my first thought is immediately, how am I going to trap with this? It's not, I'm going to hit people off of the bridge because it's very funny, haha moment. No, it's, I'm going to make a trap with this. I just need to know where. I need this red guy to move, though. kind of in my way. Okay, yeah. Is he gonna go over there? Looks like it. Oh yeah, pro tip for making Nemo traps. Corners. Just literally put people into a corner. It is that simple. Just one little block in a corner. You can just knock them straight back into there. Terraforming with Fathom. Alright. Well, anyway, I'll just dig this out. Probably spleef myself in the process, you know, because I'm an idiot enough. Hopefully I don't. Oh wait, one of my teammates is actually dead. That is a good thing, because that leaves more potential victims for me. Like, it means that at least one of my teammates won't kill half the lobby. Like what typically happens when I get a Nemo. Usually when I get a Nemo, my teammates are like way, way better than I am. It's just an annoying little thing that happens a lot. I can see that there is a green player like right around my trap. So, oh, and 2 yellows. Okay. So we already have some potential victims here. Oh, they're way too close. I don't want them to be here. Okay, now I can go up. Now I can't. Now it's just a waiting game. That's not very fun. Come on. Can I go up? Looks like it. Okay. Hey, gentlemen. Wait. What if my teammate just hits him in? Wow. Teammate, you don't get that kill. There. See? Simple. You literally Nemo somebody into a corner. That is how you Nemo trap anyone of any skill. As long as they don't know you have a Nemo until the last second, you can definitely get them. Like, you have to be really, really smart when you have a Nemo too. You have to play it really cleverly. Because you want to keep it a secret as long as you possibly can. Because as soon as they know you have a Nemo, they will be incredibly safe around you. And that's not something that's very good. Safe players, aka the majority of Asia region players, aren't that fun to try and trap, so. Oh wait, teammate is fighting red there. Oh, he lags. Okay. Oh, he's behind him now. Cool. Alright. I'm probably not going to end up getting another Nemo trap. But I did get one in front of my teammate who's apparently high level, so that's pretty funny. One of the most enjoyable parts about trapping is you get to, like, portray yourself as a terrible player. Like, you have to act really bad in order to get people to chase you. Oh, wait. Yeah, there's people over there. They're at the corner island. What do you actually call those? There's a question. What do you call those islands? Like, are they just those islands that are way off to the side, TN? Okay, he's got a bow. Of course he does. Well, wait, what if my teammate just goes from a different angle like an absolute genius? Because I don't have a pearl or any knockback boomboxes. So I could just mine gold while I wait for this guy to get bored of me. And hopefully get knockback boombox out. With a red one, I might be able to get him. Like, if he stays near the side. Aw. Actually, I could probably distract him by throwing him. Nah, he won't want to get away from that. He'll want to get away from a red one, though. So I need a red boombox or a knockback one. Neither of which I just got. he's not actually looking. Hold up. Okay. Here we go. That's kind of annoying. I mean, like, smart move. Very, very clever move, but also very annoying. Game! Fish. All that really needed to be said. Well, at least I did trap one person so far. Even if I did end up just using Nemo. I do know a very, very, very good mid trap on Bazaar. I should probably make that. Like, I've gotten 3 people with this one before. Not at once, but like, I got 2 at once and then another one after. All on the same team. And there are a few things as satisfying when you're trapping than wiping an entire team. So, hopefully I actually remember how to do this one, too. So, I don't think I've played a single game on this map in at least a month. Teammate's a thief, I'll try and kill them later. I'll be pretty annoyed if I don't get any leggings. Because leggings are actually important, not gonna lie. I actually thought I had an iron one already, but I must not have. So, yeah, anyway, mid. It's an absolute bloodbath, but if I can just sneak past all of the people currently fighting, then I should be able to set up a good trap. There's yellow guys over there, and then green ones over there, so if those guys all go and fight each other, that is when I should go to mid. Like, one of them is still off to the side. Actually, I think I should go now, honestly. Like, this is probably the most distracted they will get. No, he's right there. He is right there. 2 of them now. Oh, wait, they're not on me. Are you kidding me? Okay, if they ghost me in chat, I'll be very, very mad. Like, if they tell the other guy who's alive that I'm trapping. Is what that is, basically. Oh, wait. That's not what I want to build with. I think Banished is at least like level 65 or something. Like, it is a high level for those too. So that is a good player. Very scary. I probably should gap in advance because he's new keyboard and mouse, and just better than me overall, so. And I don't really like when people are better than me by a lot. Oh, that was actually super well timed. Nice. I keep hitting him where I don't need him to go. I find that pretty funny. Okay, was that where my trap was? No, it's not. Oh, he's on 5.5? Okay. It's here. See? See? This one's good. This is a good trap. I really like it. That's another great tip for trapping too. If you hide something right around a corner, it is so good. Like, I cannot stress that enough. If you hide a trap around a corner, they cannot see it coming at all. Yeah, he's level 62. Wait. Give me a sec. This is the only emote I will ever buy. Oh man. That's the only emote I will ever buy, period. Just so I can do that after I trap people. It's definitely worth it for that purpose, at least. Like, just the funny factor is enormous for using the back emote after trapping. It's just perfect for what I use it for. It's basically my way of saying, ta-da, I trapped a level 62 tryhard who killed like 7 players that game. Like, there are a few things more satisfying than killing the best player in the game. Like, that's actually usually what I do to figure out if my new traps are good. I usually try and trap the best player in the lobby. Because I want traps to work on good players, of course. Like, so I won't rely on players being terrible for the trap to work. I'll try and make it in such a way that a good player could theoretically fall for it. Like, either by just camouflaging it super well or hiding it around a corner like I did there. But like all my really good ones, that one I did go through a path too, like under that little roof at mid. I did go through a little path so he could just like predict where I was going to. So he didn't even think about it. He didn't consider that there might be a trap there at all. He just thought I was running toward that area. And that's exactly how I needed him to react to that. So that's like an excellent example though of what trapping can do for you, like against very good players. Like if you have a very good design like that one, like one that could be effective against players of all skill levels, that's when you know you've come across like a really good idea. So that's one that you want to use a lot. And the one I'm making right now, this little tree trap, this one relies on player height, because from a certain point of view you can't actually see that there's a pit here. I'll actually just run through it to demonstrate what I do here, because I think this one's actually pretty clever. So to demonstrate, I will just first go up. Definitely go up there. Yeah, this one you can dig pretty fast too. And all you're doing is just getting rid of like a 3-block space. There's not much to it. And for this one, I can just parkour away from it. And there, that trap is completely finished, just like that. So anyway, the demonstration. What this one is I basically make it look like I'm just going to jump onto this tree. Except there's actually a pit there, so if I were to block any of those blocks off, they will without a doubt fall into that pit. I do need to get rid of the grass on the tree, but you get the idea. Like this one, I've gotten an auto clicker with it and like a level 55. And that was like a good while ago too, before like higher levels were more common. So that one was like a genuine sweat. now comes the fun part of trying to actually get people with this. This is another one that can get really good players. I forgot to actually show what the angle looks like, but when you're standing at this chest, you can't tell there's a pit. And, like, you wouldn't be looking down at all. You would be looking up at the tree, because that's where I go. Like, when you're in a fight, it's incredibly important to not break focus on your enemy, like, in case they pearl behind you. So they'll focus on me as I go up here. They're looking up at me, and not down at the pit. That's right here. So that's how that one works. So that's another really good way to do traps, is by having sight angles. You can use those. Like, if you know somebody won't be able to see a trap from a certain angle, build the trap at that angle. I wonder what gear green has, like, if I should put on worse armor. Okay, I'll put on chain leggings and keep my diamond ones in my hotbar. You know, just in case I need them. Another pearl, definitely gonna snag that. Pearls are also, like, insanely useful for trapping. But I want this guy to think he's got the drop on me. He should definitely know that I'm at mid. I'm just gonna peacefully mine ores around here. Oh, I already have feather falling sad. What is this guy doing? I might actually have to start the fight, which I don't really want to do. Or maybe I could get yellow. I might have to try and get yellow, actually. What is this guy doing? Okay, I'll just kill green here and then get yellow, maybe. Anyway. Okay, so I'm gonna let yellow sneak up on me as I get the mystery chest now. Okay, here they come. Oh, well, he's got a Nemo. That's very interesting. See, something I said earlier, you don't want them to know you have a Nemo until as late as possible. And this guy, he revealed early on that he had a Nemo, which is not a very good strategic move. So because he told me early on that he has a Nemo, I now know to stay away from the sides, especially for this guy. So him, I will try and kill the Nemo kid first. Oh, going near the sides, don't want that. Okay, now the tree trap. I got the Nemo guy. Like, I got the guy with the Nemo. He did an oopsie right after he hit me off. Man, that's sad. You get the idea of that one, though. Like, they're far more focused on me than the actual trap. And, of course, if he didn't have a Nemo, I would have definitely survived that and might have trapped the second one. Who knows? I will probably just, like, end the stream here because I seriously have to go to the bathroom. And then after that, I'll probably just edit a video. Like, I have all of the replay clips for one. I just need to put them together, so I'll probably do that. So with that out of the way, hope you guys all have a good time. I don't know if it's day, night, or whatever time it is for you, but just have a great rest of your day, I suppose. And stay tuned for an upload because I might actually edit sometime. Anyway, I have been Fathom. Thank you for watching my stream, despite it only containing like 2 successful traps. Adios.